Now we are doing group 4 finger phonics, and these are the sounds which we have covered in this. Look at this picture, and this is a child whose name is Ensley. Though Ensley is not a very common name, but they have named the child Ensley so that the kids practice the sound of air. Okay, so Ensley and Dr. L. Dr. L is there who's taking care of his ear. But before we read the story, try to find the words which have the sound a in them. This first picture which you see in the corner, this is a picture of a
Rain.
brain. Good. What else is there? Can you see something on the window?
Snail.
Yes, there's a snail. Anything more which is given here in the words? They have given aim. Aim basically when we
Aim.
have you can say a bullseye for archery. So there they try to aim it. Okay. What else is there?
Rain.
Rain.
Train.
Yes, train and snail you have said before. Now here from here we will start alternative spellings. Alternative spellings, the sound may be same, but the spelling may be different. So look at this machine in the corner. Which machine is this?
Weighing scale.
Yes, sir.
Weighing
It's a
machine.
weighing scale. Now, weighing has a A and scale has a A, but both do not have the AIA. In the case of weigh, we have EIGH, which is sounded as A. And in scale, A is sounded as the letter name A.
A.
A is, why is A sounded as letter name A? Because E has come in. Magic E, whenever we have at the last, it generally changes the sound, the short sound of the vowel to a long sound. So A is changed to A because magic E is sitting in the last. Okay. So, and again, a train is there in this box. And even, can you identify this sea creature?
It's a
It begins
whale.
with, yes, it's a whale. It's a whale. And apart from these sounds, you will find jolly phonics characters all over. Inky Mouse sitting here. Spotty the snake is somewhere inside because only his head is peeping out of the box. Okay. And again, if you look at the doll, there's a whale, a train, and a rag doll in the box. Did you notice the rag
Yes.
doll in the box? And
Yes.
she has
Yeah.
plaits. She has braids. Okay. She's so even that has a A in it. So this is how the story has been framed here. And the doctor is checking his ear. Now you will read out the story for me from the next page. Okay.
Ansley has been having trouble with his hearing. Whenever his mother speaks to him, he puts his hand to his ear and says, A. His mother tells him, you should say pardon, not A. After a while, his mother takes him to the doctor to have his hearing checked. In the waiting room is a box of toys. Ansley plays with a whale and a sailing boat and a train. As he is pushing the train around the room, Dr. Ale comes out and calls his name. Dr. Ale looks in Ansley's ears. You have a lot of wax in your ears. That's why you're having trouble with your hearing. She gives him some ear drops. Not another A now, Ansley, says his mother.
So now we know that his problem is with the wax in his ear, which makes him hard of hearing. And so whenever someone says something, he is trying to say A. Each time you say the sound, what is the action for this sound? Put your hands behind your ears.
My ear hurt, I was in pain. A. My ear hurt, I was in pain. What did you try to say?
My ear hurt, I was in pain. A. My ear hurt, I was in pain. What did you try to say? So the next sound which we did was J, the J sound. Now this girl, I have written a name on her sweater. It's Jane. And Jane loves jelly. Now your turn to find words which have the j sound. Now, first of all, look at this device. What is this? This is a fridge.
Fridge.
Though a fridge does not have the letter j, but the word fridge has the j sound, which is sounded because of a combination of three letters D, G, E. Altogether, they make the sound j. So, from this group, alternative spellings have to be kept on reminding. There can be a same sound but a different spelling in different word. Now look at this fridge carefully. Can you see this picture? What do we call a
Joker.
person who can
Or juggler.
juggler? Yes, he is juggling balls. So j as in juggler. What else can you
Juggler.
see in this picture?
Jogging.
Yes, the girl is jogging. Similarly, if you now go inside, what are these? Are these fruits or are these vegetables?
Vegetables.
Again, a vegetable has the j sound, but the j sound is now due to G. So for G, we were doing a soft G and a hard G sound. That G can have two sounds. A j, if it is followed by E, I, Y, that is soft G. And if it is followed by A, O, U, we have G sound like gate, goat, God. Okay. So now try to find few more things. This is Jane's mother. What is she? What has she made for Jane?
Jelly.
Jelly. Now, anything more you can see? What is this under the table?
That's an aeroplane.
But again, it looks like an aeroplane, but it's a flying machine which begins with the sound j.
Jet plane.
Yes, it's a jet plane. What else on the table? Can you guess? With j
A
sound.
jug.
Yes.
Jug. Jar.
Yes.
Jam.
Jam. And what is there in the glass? Orange?
Orange juice.
Juice. Okay. And this is a jumper. In the story, they have named this as a jumper. Okay. So these are few words which have come. So in the Indian settings, it might be that some of the words are not very common. The kids may not be able to identify them. So you just need to initiate a conversation with them. It isn't necessary that they name all the words, but at the end of the story, you should be able to give them at least 4 or 5 words to guess the sound. So this is J. Okay. Now we'll just see the story. The story says that Jane loves jelly and her mother has promised that I will make jelly for you. So when she comes home from school, she gives her a slice of bread, jam, and a glass of juice. And then she tells Mummy that, Mama, today I played with my friend Javinda and we made a giant jigsaw of a juggler. Now, these two words are very important because here is J, G for J and J for J. Both have been placed side by side so that when you narrate the story to a learner, you are able to make them identify how both of them have the same sound of a juggler. And then her mother shows Jane that, see what I have made. And she shows that big, tall, red jelly, which has 4 layers in it. But jellies are not very stable. So when she carries them to the table, it starts wobbling. And then Jane pretends to be a jelly herself. And what does she say? Jelly on a plate, jelly on a plate, ja. And from there, the action and the song comes up. The story is clear? Okay. So now we'll try to listen to the song and sing it.
Giant jigsaw. So
Yes.
how do we tell the kids the difference between giant jigsaw?
That the j sound can be produced with a G or a j, but G will be produced when G is followed by, like G is followed by E, I, Y. Either E, I, or Y. Then we say that the sound of G will be j, that is soft G. Okay, so from here we can give the concept of soft G and hard G. Soft G is J and hard G is G, as in gurgle. Gurgle. Okay, so this is it.
Jelly and jam, jiggling on the plate. Oh, what will I eat with it?
So when we do this action now, we'll put both our hands on two sides as if we have jelly on two plates. And then we bring these plates here and we say j, 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 j. Let us try to sing it once more. You can sing along. I don't sing because when the internet works now online, the sounds go after a fraction of second. So it may seem that it's delayed from my side. So I don't sing the song with you. You just need to sing along. Okay? Give a try.
Jelly and jam, jiggling on the plate. Oh, what will I eat with it? J, 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 j.
So it's like the tune is common, jingle bells. Jelly and jam, jiggling on the plate. Oh, what will I eat with it? J, 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 j. And as I mentioned that these words can have any action which you feel trendy, but the sound should have a common action which has been proposed by the Jolly Phonics program. Okay. Now next song. Oh. Okay. Oh. Now this is a very angry old Billy Goat. Billy Goat gets angry very soon. So in this story, they say that a goat is tied and he doesn't like any animal or people trespassing his area. He doesn't like that people come to his field. And then suddenly there are robins and squirrels on the tree. And one of the robin tries to come down and eat his oats, the oats which the farmer must have given the billy goat. And billy goat gets angry and he starts butting his horn in the tree trunk of the great oak tree. Look at these two kids. Can you see their names on their clothes? I have mentioned them
Yeah.
for ease. Yes.
Mona and Jonah.
Yes. Mona and Jonah, a sister and a brother. And both of them have come to this area and they find suddenly Billy Goat is trying to but the trunk of the oak tree and the oak tree crashes. And now they are tensed. Now they are worried and they rush to the farmer to tell farmer that your Billy Goat is in trouble. Oh, oh, oh. Kindly read this out for me. So this goat is very bad tempered. Okay.
A bad-tempered goat lives in a field at the side of a road. He gets very cross if any other animal comes into his field. Mona and her brother Jonah often walk past the field and talk to the goat. One windy day, Mona and Jonah are going to the park to have a picnic and sail Jonah's model boat. As they pass by, they can see the goat in a very cross. He is stamping his hooves and snorting beside an oak tree, which is blowing in the wind. Up in the tree are two cheeky robins and a squirrel. The robins have been flying down and stealing oats from the goat. The goat charges at the tree and butts the trunk as hard as he can. Crash! The tree falls on top of the goat. Oh, says Mona and Jonah. They run to get the farmer who comes to rescue the goat.
Great. You read so well now. I really want to record your voice for some of my videos. I was telling Shalini Di, I think I've got a good, orator, a good voice. So very soon I may ask you to send me audio of these stories and I'll create the stories for YouTube and upload it on the channel. Okay. Now, again, in this story, you won't find too many pictures with the word O and A. But there are words which have O and O sound. The O sound, on off, and the O sound. So that kids can appreciate these two sounds, they can differentiate and appreciate. So when they say top of the tree, the top, you might have to do the action, the top. And then, yes, because that on and off, O is being used in it. And when you say a goat, you may just show O. So it was a bad-tempered goat. So once you finish one reading of the story, you can, while doing with the kids, you can always keep on model. Model has that short vowel O, model. But boat has the letter name of O, as we say O in the alphabet. Okay. So we found few words here. Can we just try to see if we can see them in the picture? Mona, we have seen the O sound is there as in the action. Jonah, same O.
Jonah.
Goat also has the same O. Top of the tree, we have to tell them because they won't be able to identify that this is the top or this is the top of the. Now, can you see electric poles?
Yeah, poles.
So the electric pole, when you mention it, it will go this or will it go this? Which action?
This.
Pole.
Poles.
O will be this O or this
This-
O-ol.
No, this O.
Yes, this is the
Pole.
letter name O. Okay, so letter name O. So similarly, there's a mole here. Can you see a mole here coming
Yes,
out
ma'am.
of his mud hole? From the hole, a
Hmm.
mole in the hole, and both will have when we say a mole in the hole. Yes, this is the long sound of O which they will use. Okay, now let us try the song. You can sing along after this.
Oh, did you see the billy goat? Oh, 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 oh. Did you see the billy goat under the old oak tree?
Okay, let's try with action. And you can sing along.
Oh, did you see the billy goat? Oh, 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 oh. Did you see the billy goat under the old oak tree?
And again, as I said, that you need not do all the actions, but this should be done when the sound comes in. Oh, 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 oh. You can do it this way also. Oh, did you see the billy goat? Or did you see the billy goat? Anyways. And under the old oak tree, we show a big O, making an oak tree. Under the big old oak tree. Again, you will find another version of this song on the internet which says running on the road. So these are newer versions. So I had to erase it and replace with the old version, old oak tree, because both of them have the O sound, alliteration. So this sounds better than running on the road. Running on the road is like more emphasis on the R sound than the O sound. Okay. So this is O. Then next, I. This is Clive. They have to go to a party, and Clive is dressing up like a sailor and is looking at himself in the mirror. And who is standing here? Clive's dad. And he's trying to look at Clive and guess that what he is like thinking of. Okay, so this is it. Now I'll just again tell you the story that Clive's dad is actually a sailor. So that is from where he has taken the inspiration. Today is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers in your family. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And what does he do? Clive has a hat from his ship. So Clive wants to dress up like his dad and be a sailor and go to the party. So his mother has made
Dress up
exactly
as a
a
sailor like this. His dad.
sailor's outfit, and
Sailor.
he insists on wearing his new outfit. To give me the new dress, I want to go off to the ship. He weaves and waves when he sees his dad and runs up and gives him a big hug. Dad admires his dress and he says, if you were sailor, then what should you do? Whenever someone give you an order, you should salute and say, I. In the yesteryear days, they used to say, I, sir, I, sir. Okay. So when they get home, he shows Clive how to salute, and Clive goes in front of the mirror and says, I. Okay. So this is the story of Clive. So here, again, I will have different spellings. IE is there, but somewhere it may be only a single I which is making a I sound, a letter name I. Okay, like live. We are coming live on TV. So that is also an I. Now let us do the song quickly.
The captain said aye, aye. The captain said aye, aye. Stand up straight, don't be late. The captain said aye, aye.
Okay, the farmer in the dell is a very common rhyme which we used to do. Once more, ma'am. Let's try to sing. Okay.
The captain said aye, aye. The captain said aye, aye. Stand up straight, don't be late. The captain said aye, aye.
Okay, so once you have your health is better, you can please practice the songs and send me your voice. And then the last two sounds we said is a combination E and O.
An old donkey and some sheep live next to the small cornfield. Nora and Jackim like to go and talk to the donkey. The donkey is always very pleased to see them. When he sees them coming, he brays, E-O, E, and waggles his ears up and down in greeting. One August morning, the children go to walk to see the donkey. E-O, he calls out happily. They give the donkey a carrot. The carrot comes from my garden, says Nora. I have carrots and sweet corn growing there. As they are talking to the donkey, big raindrops begin to fall. Behind the children is an enormous rain cloud. I think we had better get home quickly, says Jakim. There's a storm coming. We will have to run home as fast as we can. The children run off, waving to the donkey.
So it's a very short story with too many words with E or O are not there, but to only relate the sound with the sound of a donkey braying, they have given the story that E and O will sound just like a donkey who is braying in the field. And now the song is on this tune of Twinkle Twinkle. It's very easy.
See the donkey in its stall. E-O, is its call.
The easiest one, I think, so far. Okay, once more, and then we will go ahead. Sing along.
See the donkey in its stall. E-O, is its call.
Great. So with this, we have finished revision of group 4. But now when we finish this, so far kids had been doing one letter and one sound activities. If this is a cat, so we ask them that 3 sounds, 3 letters, and we will name them like a, t. Can you do the same thing for sun for me? Nice. The next one?
Huh.
Yes. Next.
E, D.
Yes. Da. We will always try to give a breath of air out. Okay. Bed. Wonderful. Words which they will do will have again 2 letters which have one sound, might be. Like when we look at this combination A and I, though there are 2 letters, but only one sound is coming out, that is A. A. Okay, it's coming out A. Next, which sound comes out with these 2 letters?
O.
O. O. Okay, next. J is okay, but this one?
E.
I. I. Yes, though there can be words which have a different sound for this, but we will do with this common word. Next, these 2 together?
E.
E and O. Though there are 2 E's, but we are only pronouncing one E. We are not pronouncing 2 E's. So now there is a change in the segmenting. We are segmenting words, but we are only putting 1 dot for one sound. Though there are 4 letters, but how many sounds? 3 sounds. So now when they try to spell the words, pronounce the words, they will say O. Pork. Pork. Okay. Try the next one. R. Eh. Rain. Rain. Okay. Third one will be only 2 sounds. B and E. B. B. Whenever they need to blend it, they will do it fast. And whenever they segment, they will do it a little slower. Try this one. Tie.
Tie.
I. The captain says I. Tie. Yes, tie. Now if I say, if you are a student and I say, let me remove this th sound and try to make a new word. Can you replace the th with some other sound to make a new word? Yes. I. Yes, it's a hi. So die. So kids will start replacing the sounds, manipulating and making new words. The last one is 4 letters but 3 sounds. So what are they? Yes.
O.
And which action for O? The action for O? Billy goat? Oh, yes. So from here they will start. This takes time. Not so easy as we think. But the kids have to be now told that you will have might be 4 letters, 5 letters, but the sounds may start clubbing each other. And from here, they will start reading about alternative spellings. This has to be made in a drawing copy now.
Okay.
Okay, you will have take a small drawing copy and make this list. I'll share this in the group. Now you will notice, because this is a part of a activity which is called a long vowel hand activity, which we will be discussing in class next week. So far, we have told kids that a, e, o, are the short sounds of 5 vowels. We don't say a in the word, we say a. We don't say e, we say a. But now when they read the long sound, the letter name sounds, they say A, E, I, O, U. So if I say A may not only be single A, it can also be A, I, A. It can also be A, Y, A, and it can also be simply A. You can see there are 3 kind of combinations. So to teach them, we use the long vowel hand activity, which I will discuss next week with you all. But before that, in 1 week time, you can easily create this. You can even make columns. If you can draw the trees, it will look attractive enough. Maybe 3 trees in one page, and again the next 3 trees, and make a combinations. Like if A, make these 3 together. Next, the next vowel is E.
I, E.
E. A, after A comes E. So for E, which combinations you will draw? This E
E,
and
double E.
this E.
Hmm.
Okay.
Pink one.
Next comes I. For I, which combination you will draw?
INE, IE, and IGH.
Yes. This is a split digraph. IEY, because there is a consonant between the 2 vowels, and due to magic E, we pronounce this as long E. We read this as pine, bike, kite, hive. Okay. So all the combinations which have a hyphen in between, they will be the split digraph, the magic E sounds. Okay. And O. For O, we have here blue,
OW.
OWO, OE,
O and
split digraph,
E,
and
split digraph.
OA. U has not been given in this because you will follow next when we do the other sounds. Okay. So this is all I think for today. We have covered today's portion very smoothly.